Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everybody. How are you doing? I hope everybody is fine. Today is our third session on Wricef 10.4. Today I'll go into more details of enhancements within SAP. Enhancements is, I'll just start by briefing you a little bit. What are enhancements in SAP? Enhancements in SAP is adding your own functionality to SAP standard business applications without modifying the original application. This is the key of enhancement, that you don't have to modify the code SAP has provided. SAP has provided enhancement framework to implement enhancements to the instant functionality. Now there are a couple of enhancements that are available in SAP. One is an implicit enhancement, the other is BADI, and the last one is explicit enhancement. In implicit enhancement, SAP has provided enhancement spots to certain areas where you can directly write your code and enhance the standard functionality. In BADI, you have an object-oriented concept where you use multiple implementation of a specific interface, and you implement BADI for that. In explicit enhancement, you have customer exits and you have customer enhancements for your screen enhancement for your standard functionality. So this is the brief of enhancements that SAP has provided. Now I'll go into a deeper of how you implement enhancements and what are the requirements that you get from your functional consultant. First, I'll show you my blog that I've written earlier in SAP. This blog is about adding additional fields to a standard T code VL060. This is a delivery monitor. If you want to add additional fields to that report, you can add by using this technique. So this is the blog that I'm talking about. I've shown you in the comment section, and I'll share my screen so that you can easily view that blog. Okay, now I've shared my screen. I'll go to my blog that I've written earlier. This is the blog that I'm talking about. Adding additional fields to VL060 in S/4HANA 1709. What? How when you get the requirement, you need to have a functional consultant in place. He will tell you that he needs additional information in this transaction code, and he will tell you what fields are required for that. So now we'll go deeper into it. In order to increase the functionality of VL06, you have to have additional structures, LIPOV and LIPOV, where you add these fields by including a include structure for that. In LIPOV, if you LIPOV structure, I've added a couple of fields over here. These are the fields that I've added, and then what happens is you have to implement the enhancement in CMOD. Enhancement functionality is B502001. In that, you need to implement this include program, and you need to write your code according to your business requirement that you have. If for example, if you see, I've given you a snippet of the code. Once you have written the code over here, you activate your enhancement project in CMOD, and you execute transaction VL060, and you will see that all additional fields have been added. Okay, so I'll show you in SAP system how I have added this in SAP. This is a VL060 result. If I come over here, I'll see all these fields over here. If I go over here, I can see additional fields added over here. These are all additional fields that I've added from here till last. Here, all these fields are available in Delivery Monitor now, and you can use these fields for your functionality and your standard business reporting. So in order for us to activate this, we have to go to transaction CMOD. In this CMOD, here I have implemented a project. This is the project that I've given. If I go over here, I see the components. I see this one is activated. I come over here. I come into the include program and I written my code over here. So this is how I implemented this enhancement. And last, I have modified. This is what I modified. Modified this internal table and transport all these fields so that it will be applied to the standard report. So this is how I've implemented VL06 in enhancement. Now we will talk about another way of enhancement, which is a baddie. What happens in baddie is we have another blog that I've written over here. If you have a requirement from a client that it wants another additional fields to be displayed on sales order, or he wants to add additional field data to a sale order, there are functionality available to add these fields in additional field tab A and tab B. But if you are using those tabs for certain areas and you want to add another tab to the sales order functionality, it is also available in SAP. What I did was I implemented a baddie using SC18 technique. In this, I have implemented this baddie. If I go over here, I see that there is a interface of this type. I implemented this method and added my code over here. This is the code that I have added. In this code, what I did is I checked the T code. If the T code is VH01, VH02, VH03, I added this caption and this screen program over here. So this will be automatically applied to these VH01, VH02, VH03 transactions in SAP. In ZSD function group 9009, I have created a subscreen. In this subscreen, I have added these three fields and I displayed that in additional address data type on VH03. These fields are added as structure in sales order tab. In order to add these fields, I have added these fields to a sales order header table VBAK by using append structure technique. So this is how I did in this implementation. Now I'll show you in SAP system. This is the baddie that I implemented. This is the interface. Now I'll go to this method. This is the code that I've written. In this code, what I did is I created a subscreen and I called that subscreen this VH01, VH02, VH03 transactions. Now I'll show you in SAP system how this will be viewed. This is VH03 transaction. I'm looking at the sales order number this, and I've added an additional tab using these fields, province, division, and district. So that's how I implemented this baddie and customer exit for enhancements. Now, in order for us to see what Wricef means, you can use my earlier blogs. You can use my earlier blogs, which I've recorded earlier. One is about Wricef itself, and one is a detailed discussion on workflow. Hope you like this blog, and I'm sure that I'll see more people joining in later on, and I'll try to have more sessions on other areas which are related to Wricef, and hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.